Here we have the 2001 relative velocity question. Ship B traveling at 5 root 34 kilometers an hour. Ship C 5 root 5, and we're given the inverse tan of the angles that they're traveling at. So let's have a look at ship B here. We want the cos and the sine of the angle. The inverse tan of 6 over 7. If we put B here, 6, 7, we're going to have the square root of 36 plus 49, which is 85. So we have cos B is equal to 7 over root 85. And sine B will be equal to opposite 6 over root 85. So my velocity of B is going to be equal to u cos A, if we look at it like that. So 5 root 34 for the cos of the angle, which is 7 over root 85 in the I direction, and it's traveling north of east. So just set up a little diagram. North of east, we can see there plus plus, so plus 5 root 34 by 6 over root 85 in the j direction. And this does tidy up on a calculator. 7 root 10 in the I direction plus 6 root 10 in the j direction for the velocity of B. Let's have a look at what's going on with C. C, we have the inverse tan of 7. Call it the angle C, 7 over 1, so root 50, 49 and 1. So the cos of C is equal to 1 over root 50, and the sine of C is equal to 7 over root 50. So the velocity of C is 5 root 5 by the cos of the angle, 1 over root 50 in the I direction. Actually, let's see, is this positive positive, or where are we going? We're going north of west here, so actually we're in a negative positive direction here, so this is negative positive, and that's going to be 5 root 5 by 7 over root 50 in the j direction, and the velocity of C tidies up to B. This is going to be minus root 10 over 2, my calculator is giving me, root 10 over 2, and then plus 3.5 root 10, or 7 root 10 over 2 in the j direction, and put in your I direction. So we're looking for here, we're asked to show that the speed and direction of B relative to C. So the velocity of B relative to C. Let's have a look at that. The velocity of B relative to C, you all know from practice, is the velocity of B minus the velocity of C. If you don't, you're probably not looking at this video. So 7 root 10 minus root 10 over 2, so that's a half of root 10, so that's 7.5 root 10 if we add the half in the I direction. We're going to have 6 root 10 minus 7 over 2 minus 3.5. 6 minus 3.5, that's plus 2.5 root 10 in the j direction. And we're asked to show that the magnitude of this is equal to 25. So that's going to be equal to the square root of, well, your calculator will do this for you. If I write 7 over 7.5 as 15 over 2 root 10, I'll be able to do it without a calculator, to be squared, plus 5 over 2 by root 10. So you type this into your calculator as I'm doing it here manually, 225 over 4. So it'll be 2250 over 4 plus 25 over 4, and the 10 will add on a 0. So that's the square root of 2500 over 4, which is the square root of 2500 over the square root of 4, which is 50 over 2, which is 25. That's what we were asked to show. Kilometers an hour, and we were asked to show something about the angle. That the angle is inverse tan 1 over 3 north of east. So just let's have a look here. The inverse, the tan of 2.5 root 10 over 7.5 root 10, which does work out to be 1 over 3. And it's positive positive, so that's in the direction north of east. QED for 2001.